What was the first action figure?
Skeletor.
Yeah.
With the purple panther.
Skeletor with the purple panther.
Yeah, it was He-Man's. He-Man had the tiger, the green tiger, and Skeletor had the purple panther.
Yeah, that's right. I actually have 2 of Skeletor's castles at my house, in my dad's attic. Had like a big green snake and like a microphone. He talked through it.
Yeah, it had like a wolf voice.
Yeah.
Those playsets were cool on the outside, but the inside it was like stickers.
Yep.
Nothing inside.
I also have Castle Grayskull at home too. He-Man's home. Yeah. That is field garlic, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. I'll leave it be. Ooh, that's good stuff. I'm out here with Malcolm. Heading to camp. Just crossing the fields into the forest. Got a wheelbarrow with us today because we're hauling rocks, moving rocks. There's a lot of rocks in camp, so we need to shift them over a little bit, get them out of the living room area. A couple piles. They're pretty tall, they're probably knee high. Pretty serious. So what's up? Mitch with Native Survival, hanging out with my buddy Malcolm. How you guys doing today? Probably can't see me because I'm pointing at the sun. Is that better? Maybe? Maybe not. Alright, see you guys at camp. Got a bush pilot flying by. Hey yo.
Dry in here.
Yeah, the wiki's always dry inside. Even when there's snow outside, rain, or whatever. It's pretty good. Tripod is still here. The bandits didn't steal it this time. There's always water in our fire pit for whatever reason. It's just the water table is so close that it's that close. Like literally, that's a puddle. Like 3 inches down from where we're standing, and
It's never been like this before.
And it's puddle.
I've never seen this flooded.
Yeah. Well, there's one of the piles of rocks. There's another one over there. That's the big one. All that right there, all those rocks were just where the fire pit is, just around it. It's crazy.
All the old stone walls.
Yep.
That was nuts.
That is. Got my old cooking rock right there. All this stuff was underneath the snow before. That's my old fire pit.
My hand over my back.
Nice. Yeah, you hang your bag up off of that, right, with the pin? Yeah. There's a hunting stand right there. He knows who it is. He's a very nice guy. There's a path right here. Deer love to come down, and they walk through camp and head to the field. Those fields used to be corn fields, so the deer love going in there picking at things. Yep. It's a firing lane. Yeah, I gotta love a motorcycle, huh? Hey, we're in the Northeast. Even when you're on 1,000 acres, you still run into sounds of motorcycles. They carry miles. It is what it is. So on each side of this tree, I'm gonna move that over a little bit. There's the firing range. Got cans out back. Got a couple jugs in front for slingshots and things like that. I'm also gonna set up some bow shooting as well. I haven't decided where. You know those like medium boxes you get from the post office and the large boxes, and you buy them like whatever it is, 100 at a time or something. They're like really thick, like maybe 6-inch, 5-inch thick, and they're shrink wrapped in plastic, and so that's what I use for my backstops to shoot at home. When I used to live in the city a couple years ago, I used to have a shooting range in my porch, like my indoor porch. It was probably only, well, I don't know, 12, 15 feet long, 15 feet long maybe. And yeah, so I put like 2 layers of those, stacked them up all the way to the ceiling so they covered the window back there. And I used to shoot at army men hanging off of strings. You have to get like, man, I like when I hit one, it was a big deal. It was amazing. Canadian geese. On the way by one of the fields, farmers' fields, I saw like 200 of them. Oh, there they are. I doubt I can get that on camera, but I'll try. No, it's past the forest. They're way over. The other side of the field. Maybe they'll come around. Sounds like they are. Yep, there they are. Yeah, man, I was there a couple weeks ago with Shane. There was still snow on the ground, and the fire pit, because it collects water, it was just a sheet of ice. So he lit the fire on ice.
Nice. Did it all melt and turn?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it took a little while to get the fire going because it was literally sitting in a puddle of water.
Maybe you should put like a base layer of all these little rocks.
That's a fantastic idea.
Try to build it up a little bit. So if the water does, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It lies, it won't get past
I'll just cobblestone the bottom. I did that in there. Cobblestone the bottom. Do that there. Got my shovel with me here.
Nice. I was gonna grab a bigger shovel. I just
Yeah.
I didn't really know what you were gonna do, so I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
You see this knife you've been using? You heard Chase Wilder? He made it for me. Because I wanted a stack handle, leather stack.
Yeah.
But he had this design. It was just so thick. He had 3/16 that went down to like a flat grind. I'm like, that's too thick. Can you do 330 seconds? With Scandi? He's like, yeah, I can do that. Brass. I just love the old look of that. I seen that knife that he made. It was just an old look to it. With the leather. I just think it's so cool.
It's nice.
It has a secondary drum on it now.
Does it?
I've been trying to...
Gear Talk. You guys like Gear Talk, right?
Just has that like old school look to it, you know?
Where's the sun? Where's the sun? Where are you, sun? There's kind of some sun. There you go. Looks like hand forged.
Yeah, he does. Chase Wilder.
Brass bolster and pommel. Designed like a puku. At the bottom, at the end, with the rat tail tang. Is this stacked micarta or something?
It's leather stack.
The blue is leather too?
Oh, the blue is G10.
G10. With stacked leather. It's a nice looking blade. Nice and rustic.
Yeah, he pounds them all out. I think
Cool.
he buys blanks and pounds them, I'm not sure. He was on that show, Forged and Fire or whatever.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was on like Christmas.
Yeah, I saw a couple episodes of that. You have to cut rope, it's just hanging from like the ceiling. It's not even tight at the bottom and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel bad for those guys. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not fair. Come on, dude.
You know, it could ruin their career too if they mess up or something, or just...
Yeah, of course. And it's just not very... It's like Naked and Afraid, right? I got asked to be on every season. And they're like, okay, so what's your favorite area? I'm like, oh, my favorite bioregion? I'm like, I really like the northeast of U.S. You know, I can...
Okay, we're gonna watch it in the desert.
Exactly. Like, okay, well, exactly. So then all of a sudden I would end up in Costa Rica, Central America, jungle somewhere, who knows?
You'd be in the jungle, be eaten by bugs.
Yeah, exactly. Naked with a bunch of... Exactly, with a bunch of snakes and stuff or whatever. Stuff I have no...
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
You know?
I would have never,
So...
ever in my lifetime do that.
Feel bad for those people too, because like, oh, you can do hand drill? Like, yeah, man, I live in the desert of Arizona, I'm a hand drill master. They're like, okay, like, let's drop him off in like a snowfield and see what happens, you know.
Put him in coded as an old
Exactly. The guy's in like 3 feet of snow, barefoot, you know.
And he probably gets fixes cool based on where he's good at.
Of course he is, yeah. Hey, he probably grabbed a... Probably has a machete or something. They put him in a hardwood forest. He's like, nothing's cutting. King, king, king. Yeah. It's all entertainment, man.
So I kind of just ride that train as long as I can, and then later.
I was talking to a producer a couple months ago. He wanted me to design a show, but then I did, and I had it all. Actually, he gave me a show and was like, "Let's do this show together. You'd be great." And it was gonna be my show. I'm like, sure. I think it'd be better if we did this show though. I told my idea, which is what Bruce Lee did with Kung Fu after the Green Lantern and all that stuff shut down, and he was Kyoto or whatever, and he didn't get Kung Fu. So my show might show up, and it won't be me. But anyways, he was like, yeah, terrible idea. So he was like, oh my God, this show is amazing. I can't even believe it. I literally laid out like some ideas of like maybe like 5 episodes, and he was like, oh, kinds of jacked up. But then when it came down to like paperwork, and I was asking to be, not just an employee of the network, working per episode. I wanted to have like production level. So because it's like if I'm the writer, I can also have, direction on how the show is presented because I have those credentials, right? And then I just like, he just didn't want to change the paperwork or whatever, and because it was a collaboration, and then it kind of was like, just, it was almost like he was like bummed out that I like wanted to be like legit about it or something. I don't know what it was. It just fell through.
Be a little employee, but he didn't have a little final say.
Probably, yeah. So, oh well, maybe someday.
Oh yeah, look, it's all money. Maybe we could just add some dirt to it too.
Yeah, it's certainly like puddles in there. Another thing I was thinking too is actually moving the pit over, because it's a little too close to that tree. I mean, I can always cut the tree down, but I don't want to. With it centered here, the parachute can't be centered on it without it being bunched up against the tree.
Oh, okay.
And so it actually would be better if it technically was right here, right in the middle.
That'd be great.
Because then
you won't be higher up in the ground.
The parachute would have more room. Yeah, there's a rock right there. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but yeah. So we can always move it. This is all rock. Like the house is built up right here. It's because it's all rocks. Literally, like if you move the rocks, it turns into that.
It must have like a stone wall.
It's just all rocks, dude, that we're standing on. So,
when I was younger,
I don't know.
Mike's dad used to make us come to this land and go take all the stone walls, and the big truck would be with the parked over here, like the dump truck.
Yeah.
We parked in the field, and Mike would come in. We're all hanging on the sides as like teenagers.
Right.
Come in with his backhoe, pull up to a stone wall. We'd all disembark, get off it, and start throwing the stone wall into the bucket of thing. Then Mike would go out and dump it in there.
Yeah.
Come back.
Every forest in our area is lined with stone walls.
Yeah.
So he disassembled them, huh?
Yeah, and he sold them.
He sold the rocks
to Martha's Vineyard. He put them on a boat, and then at Martha's Vineyard, there's like no rock there. There's no to build walls.
No kidding.
So all these people had all kind of money. They would be buying
buying rocks.
all these old stones. They already look old and like mossy and faded.
Sure.
So they buy them to put them in their $1 million mansions.
It's funny. It's nuts. Yeah. Maybe we'll also put over here.
If it's higher up there, you probably don't even need a base because it looks like you already got a base.
Yeah, it's all rocks.
After a
Well,
while,
what happened was that after a while it burnt down, and all the rock kind of, it got in the way of the firewood and stuff, and so that's what we started. I went crazy. I built that by tearing all the rocks out of here. Drove me nuts. Yeah, I guess maybe we'll just move it over. I'd like to move that rock too.
Maybe we incorporate that rock as far as a seat.
Yeah.
Close though.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's kind of close. These are the things you gotta figure out when you're messing around with a bushcraft camp. Try to figure all this stuff out. There's a lot to it. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna move the fire pit over here somewhere. So it's still over a foot, but we're away from that rock. Like right here. It's so raw, dude.
The end is getting wet here. It's getting cold. I've never seen this one.
Yeah, it's so wet over here right now. Yeah, and I'm also thinking I'm gonna have the benches like meet, make like a horseshoe. One side open, all the rest all, yeah, like a big U or something. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so maybe we'll just put the pit right here, I guess.
Yeah, let's go right here. Where do you want the U? Where do you want the opening?
Put it this way.
Yeah, now we can see the air from the fire.
Because then, like, they'll all be right here. We'll all just be like, as in, like facing the entrances.
Yeah,
Can't.
right back there.
Exactly.
So what you're clearing is the pit.
Yeah, this would be the pit.
You're starting to debris out of it.
I got my little zebra pot from Ray's store a long time ago. 2008, I think. Alright. It's shocking how wet this is, huh? Just like sitting in a puddle.
It's never been like this before.
It's completely soaked.
Maybe it's a sign of the end of this place.
Yeah.
I seen the for sale sign the other day. I mean, just right now.
Yeah. Yep. This place is in trouble. That's for sure.
I feel bad for the houses that are lined up at the on the street over there with the beautiful farm in the background. It's gonna turn into a beautiful shopping place.
Yeah.
Whatever it does.
Yeah, this might turn into like a shopping mall or something awful.
You're gonna have a Walmart back here.
It's gross.
It's sad.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you grew up here, you know. So it's like all these memories. I'm gonna come here when I'm like 50, and it's like, oh, I used to go camping there.
Well, it's a Walmart.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's a Target. Yeah, I'll put that over. Just ship this.
Are
and
these
then
from Are these from
the other camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them.
What's his name?
Some of them I made. Some of them. Let's put it right up to.
Like a butt it?
Yeah. Make like a corner out of it.
That's the longest. One of the longest ones.
Yeah, I think we'll do nice long ones. The rock is still kind of in the way, huh?
It'd be like a little table. It's kind of flat.
Maybe we can put it right here. Then have the next one start from right there.
Yeah, it'd be like a little end table.
Be an end table or a seat or whatever.
Stone Age, yeah, Stone Age seat. Oh, can't make it.
Well, the fire's right there, so. Yeah, I guess I'll have to go towards you then. Yeah, we'll just skip the rock then. And put it right up to the, like have them touch.
Flip it around so that nub is facing down.
Yep. And then push it over so I touch them. Right on. I have gloves, I'm not even wearing them. Yeah, this one time, that one guy tried bothering me, but
Mike told me.
I explained to him that I knew the situation better than he thought I did.
Well, because Mike told me that he called the other day and told him there's a bunch of kids camping here, and that he kicked them all out. Not in this one, but on the island down there.
Oh, really?
So I don't know who he's talking about.
Right.
Somebody said it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't you. But I don't know if it's just kids walking. Maybe it was the kids who built that camp. Maybe. You know, you see, the kids are not, they don't care about. I don't think you can tell if they don't really experience because they leave a lot of lessons. You kind of figure out who it is, right? Like the trash, all that stuff that they leave. Knives and chop. Fucking knives they bought at Walmart. Big old pranks, nothing happens now. Kid drag a lawn chair into the wilderness into New Hampshire. It was all
A lawn chair. Oh my.
This is like in the middle of nowhere.
Carried it 10 miles in. Okay, so that's pretty close to the fire. So I really envisioned like.
Want to go back more?
2 of these straight kind of thing. Oh, okay. So maybe we'll do like
We got that one, so we can add that one to the back.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Shift.
Let's shift it this way.
Yeah, should we shift that way?
What? Tell me about your parachute.
Yeah, exactly. That's yeah, that'll work. Because I think right now we can fine tune this later, I guess, but it's gonna be from that tree to there. I mean, this is the middle, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
You know what we could do?
Yeah, let's go that way with just that one.
Yeah.
We could take that extra one and put it next to it, have a double long, maybe even like an angle, and then now we'll come down to here.
Because we could also use 2 of the smaller ones and replace it with, but this one on the side. And 2 of the smaller ones might fill that gap better than a long one.
Maybe like a 3/4 instead of a double.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's just move that back, and we'll add that and put an angle on it. Instead of doing a square, we'll do kind of a little different. Let me move the camera. You guys like this stuff? You like hanging out camp and messing around, designing camps, fixing things?
Oh, people love it. Because it gives them ideas for their own camps.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's put this at the corner.
You were making Bushcraft Camp before it was cool.
This is true.
Remember, I want to go back there one day.
What? Which camp?
The original camp we had. The original name was Round Gathering.
Oh, my camp near my dad's house?
Yeah, sneak into the woods on there.
Yep.
That's like the original. You want to move mine of yours?
That way. I want to get it to the to that corner there, next to you. No, see that one right there? Let's go over there.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we need another log. That's just kind of junk, huh?
We'll replace it. We have more hands to replace it. There you go.
Yeah, we can put the other one like here.
You know what you can do, Mitch? Look at this. If we move this one more here, then we shifted this one down, then that one can fit right here, and this one can be right here. A little farther from the fire, but it's pretty hot. Now that one can fit right here if you move. You see, but this one's straight now. Okay. So now we'll give plenty of room for that short one to be up against the rock, and you can still use the rock as your.
Well, we can actually let's just angle this out. We'll flail it out or whatever you want to call it. It'll be kind of the same thing. And we'll put that one there, cutting in.
Okay.
Let's move this over here. Something like that. Go towards you. Just try to make it even up there. Get me out of the pit over here.
This thing's rocky.
It's a good thing this isn't rotten.
Yeah, they're wet. They're on the cup there.
They're a little wet. Alright, we'll go over there.
This wet before.
Yeah, this place is so wet right now. It's crazy. Another angle? Sure, why not?
Yeah, you were serious too, huh? There's a lot more rocks here. You should build like a fire pit, like a. Right if they're not too flat.
You know, I'm thinking about building is a Neolithic Stone Age hut. I saw it in Primitive Society of Primitive Technology. It's all stone with a doorway, and then they have like kind of like a wiki, just starting from like 4 feet up, waist high for the roof, all grass thatched. Unbelievable. That book is so special, man.
Talk about views.
So, and it's based off of archaeology, findings. They found the posts, they found all the stuff, and I feel like Gary's gonna show up any minute. Yeah, dude, these things are like disintegrating.
I wonder if that has anything to do with them building houses over there instead of a vineyard. They suck up all the water. Cause I know even right there, there's a huge. Have you walked over there yet? Have you been? There's a huge, like a drainage pond. No, they dug it out, and all the water from the place drains into it.
I saw that over there. Is it full?
I don't know.
It must be.
Cause then that might.
It's right over there.
Yeah, it's along the line, along the.
Yeah, it's huge.
Maybe that has something to do. This is. I've been here for years. This has never done this.
Yeah. Last year it was getting pretty wet.
It's funny, a man comes in and builds his houses and messes up
Exactly.
the system, how things naturally drain.
Well, he probably designed it to drain enough so the neighborhood won't be wet. He doesn't care about the rest of the forest being wet or not.
Yeah, on Mike's land. Just his. Exactly. It's raised up too, so. Nice, because you can probably get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people on these branches.
The guy's flying right over. It's a different plane. Flying right over our camp. There's a little airport nearby. Small one. Little planes. We must be practicing today. It's like the first warm day. Alright, so this is what we got, guys. There's the fire pit in the middle. Alright, so right there is the pit. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. Put 2 there. At least 2 on there. 1 there, 1 there. 2, 4, 5. At least 6 people, I bet. It's not too bad. We should get another. Should make one more bench.
Yeah, one person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, one more bench and put it right there.
Like right there for beer.
Yeah, put it like right here. Yep.
Nice.
Cool. Alright, so I need to find another log for another bench. And I'm looking at that guy right there. That will do nicely. Dude, me and Shane came out here to get work done, right, a couple weeks ago. And we basically just hung out and talked for like 11 hours or something. Yeah, dude, we were like, it was probably 10 hours, seriously, of us out here. And I bet we got a half hour of work done. We just, I don't know, whatever it was, we just felt like hanging out, you know? Hadn't seen him in a while and stuff. I carry an extra, one second, I carry an extra blade in my my shotgun sock. This is, which one is this? This is the rake. It's the raker tooth. Rake tooth, whatever it is. In here is the peg tooth. So I think, what is it? Rake is good for, I'm probably gonna mess this up. I should know this. I think rake is good for dry wood and peg is good for green wood, because the peg has some, see, the rake is all sharp. See that? It's all sharp. And peg has some that are rounded off to help remove the like the damp kind of spongy wet green wood. So I keep one of each at all times with me so I can switch. I always do it this way so it's away from the logo. I know it doesn't really matter. See how it goes back that way instead of on the logo, so I don't beat it up. Today's Saturday. Yep. This is made out of cherry wood. Adventure Sworn, Takedown, Bucksaw. This thing is epic. Nice measure, it's about 4 steps. Yeah, pretty much where I was. Barbed wire right here. Gotta be careful, I'll get my blade on that. Done. Solid inside.
Probably could use that other one to replace one.
Solid. I actually cut one too many times on there. Could have broke my blade. Luckily, I had it nice and tight. Alright, I'll give you a hand with that. Show the
Turkey tails.
oh yeah, yep. It's good stuff. Nice and solid. Yeah, good. Now we need 2 rounds. A little low, but whatever. Alright, one more round needed. Yeah, that one's too low. I'm being lazy. You want to head over to the Rogue camp? This is a camp where somebody who doesn't have access, or they have access, they don't have authorization to be here on this land. They haven't talked to the private landowner, just some random person nobody knows. Came here and cut down like a lot of trees and didn't do a very good job either. They left all the stumps like a foot up. Very disrespectful, and you can trip over them easy. And they stole from my camp, left trash in my tripod. I mean, in my they stole my tripod from my camp, left trash in my wiki up. Hooligans, bandits. A new housing development came in and took one of the fields on the other side. So yeah. So yeah, pretty sure the person is from there. They made a northern, traditional northern lean-to. It was made popular. That shelter was made popular by Ray Mears and by Morris Kiansky. It's a very popular, common shelter. There are a lot of guys that make them. I think maybe Joe Robinette has made them. Scrambled O has made them. I've made them in the past, years ago. Pretty much everybody's made them. I've seen them in Mike, what's his name, Mike, up in Maine Primitive Schools. He's made, everyone's made them. This is Morskansky, Raymere Shelter. But here it is.
It's not really shed much. The angles, it's really steep.
Yeah, they cut down a lot of trees to make that. If you look,
it's all birch.
all the trees are cut.
Oh, even a birch tree.
Yeah, they even cut a birch tree.
Smallest one, the tree that's like the most rare around here.
Exactly, it's so rare. And to use that, look, he used one on his bed too.
Oh, a couple of them.
Yep. I didn't use any of my wiki up. Shane was mistaken. I used beech.
Yeah, it's all
and,
beech 'cause it's
and
strong.
maple and stuff.
That's what all this is.
A lot of that's pine actually. Look at it
pine,
closer.
Yeah. It's all pine,
And actually, you know what's something really awful? Look at this. This is sassafras, dude. Look how big that sassafras is. Do you know how rare sassafras is? So is this. To find a sassafras this big is amazingly epic. Normally they're the size of your wrist. Like, I've seen one sassafras my entire life. Scratch that and smell it. Scratch the orange bark.
It's been chopped with an axe too.
Yeah. This is sassafras. If you cut into this, it's orange. I didn't have my knife on me. I just had my pocket knife. See that?
Yeah, you can smell it.
See how it's orange inside? Yeah, it smells super, super good. It's not a tree that you cut down for this purpose.
Make tea out of it, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, medicine, tea, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Whoever they are, I'm not happy with them, man. You cut down sassafras. That's not cool.
No, but
You cut down a lot of stuff. Looks like they started another one here. They cut down some serious timber, dude.
that's like big bucks. Cut that with an axe too. You must have been chopping the beech tree for a long time.
They also had a saw. I mean, just come on, man.
I know who this guy's watching on YouTube.
Yeah, Raymere's, Morskansky, Scrambled O has made one of these. I think Joe Robinette has made one of these. Everyone's made one of these. This one collapsed on him. He started making one. It all fell. Dude, the problem is you never use. I know I'm critiquing this, but I'm gonna critique this for a minute. You never, ever, ever use lumber this thick. This thick. Ready? Listen to this.
That's dense.
Dude, seriously, that is very dense, very heavy, very dangerous. Very dangerous. This is probably a 60-pound piece of wood because it's wet, green, and it's really thick. All of this is. Oh, look. Here's the sassafras. Our poor sassafras.
Oh, that was like the base, yeah.
There it is. There it is. So, yeah, you never use anything this thick to build a shelter like that because it's going to be very heavy and it's going to put a lot of weight onto your structure. It can cause it to collapse and you can be crushed to death. And because it's so heavy, if it starts leaning a little bit, because it's so heavy, it's almost momentum, it can collapse sideways. Everything can rip off. And I learned this the hard way, I've been on the bottom end of that happening once. And one of the logs clipped my shin on the way by, just literally ripped it right open. Bleeding, dripping down, my sock was just soaking up blood. Very dangerous. This is what you use. See this little stuff? Just about thumb thick, a little bigger. That's good for a roof. But never leave it 10 inches up off the ground. Yeah, dude, you're gonna. Yeah, dude, if you're holding a knife or something, you trip. You can kill yourself. If you fell on top of it,
you'd be done.
I mean, really. And look, they're everywhere. Look at this. Look at that stump. Oh, look, this stump is 2 feet off the ground. He cut it at knee height with a saw. Straight ahead. You see that? Straight ahead. Yep. I mean, dude, like, I get it. You're just clearly you're a greenhorn. You're just learning. This is your first shelter. Dude, you know what? Good for you. You're getting out here. You're practicing. You're trying. You know, you're trying to learn. That's good. We need more people that know these skills. Absolutely. That's great. You don't have permission to be here. And I hope your next shelter uses less resources and and when you cut them flush with the ground. So anyways, that's all I'm gonna say with that, guys. Don't leave your stumps a foot off the ground. I mean, they're literally everywhere. I can just zoom in all over this forest. It's just stumps that are way too high. It's too bad. Everywhere. They're like everywhere. There's another one. Crazy talk, man. I ain't taking pictures. I took pictures and sent them to Mike. Oh, come on. I mean, here's some more. Look at this. Another massive stump. Another massive stump. It's just sad, man. That's hack. That is seriously hacked. So he cut that right there. He left it lying there and was just cutting stuff off the end and didn't even use it all. Stuff has been here a while. It's just rotting, laying on the ground. Anyways, yeah, there's a quick shelter critique for you.
Is this wood good for spoons at all?
The spoons?
Yeah.
I never made a sassafras spoon because I never find it big enough.
It looks really like the grain's very straight.
Yeah, it's pretty thin. You have a hard time putting a crank in that though.
Yeah.
It's so thin. Yeah, you're gonna get wet, man. In the shelter, if it was raining.
Yeah,
only half the
I'm
bed.
exposed right here.
Yeah, only half the bed is actually
I'd have to really crank
shelter.
up. The angle should have been.
Well, yeah, the angle should be a little shallow, and the bed should be further. Should be deeper in the back. But whatever, we all learned that. It's not a big deal.
Looks like Walmart paracord.
Yeah, I don't know. That's yikes. It's an overhand. It's a single overhand knot holding this whole thing up with a couple wraps underneath and one frap. That's scary, dude. That's scary, dude. I really wish this guy had learned some knots. He's gonna kill himself, especially with all this weight.
What we should do?
That's seriously dangerous, dude. That's
stand up
really
all this
dangerous.
wood so it doesn't get rotted and burn it using firewood.
Can't burn it. It's all green. And I'm not gonna destroy his shelter.
Well, I mean,
this is
after
somebody's.
yeah.
This
green,
is somebody's like dream right here, and I'm gonna leave it. But it's not supposed to be here. It doesn't have authorization, and it's dangerous. Those knots are literally a single. Did you look at the knot, dude? It's a single overhand. It's not even tight.
So,
It's a single overhand.
the whole wall to the fall in the middle of the night.
That's scary, dude. Oh, there might be a knot in back. A double overhand that has like a weird pinch to it. That's scary, man. Oh boy. Hope he doesn't get hurt. Or she, whoever it is. Cross lashings are very different than that. I'm almost tempted to take some of my paracord I have with me and like undo one of them and do it right.
Oh, so it's more sound.
No, just doing one, so then they'll look at it and be like, oh, that's how it's done.
They'll probably watch your videos.
And like learn from it. I don't know. They might watch my videos. I think I got like 24 million views now or something. I lost track of 20. Alright, anyways, let's look for logs. That's the rogue shelter. Yeah, there's the houses that invaded. That was a... See the houses? Oh, terrible, dude. Houses. Oh my god. On the other side of the forest. That's so gross. They all just showed up. Terrible. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this birch right here. It's completely dead. It broke off and landed right there. It seems like it might be thick enough. It's got some width to it. No. Poly 4, I think they're called. Cool. Yep, I'll put that. Mm-hmm.
This one's all molded though.
Yeah, you can make strops out of that. I saw an episode a long time ago of Ray making a strop out of one of those. Yeah. He says you can make plasters out of it as well. Which I think is a bandage. Plasters. I'm gonna do all bucksaw on this. So first we have to do the undercut. Watch your toes on this stuff. One. Two. I'll grab the other one.
Nice and dry too.
Yep.
Quite comfort these. You can still add the 30-liter dry bag.
Right. Pack is small, but it's still pretty big.
Yeah, I guess they're kind of the same size as the log I already had on there, huh?
Not so good.
We could cut more and do a double.
I used to make seats out of that. Remember in New Hampshire, we went hiking a long time ago?
Yeah, you just make a bunch of.
I made a seat like this.
Yeah, you make a bunch of. Yeah, a bunch of
Then you put
rows.
down across there,
Yeah, just make it higher.
like one level worth. Put that on top of there. But before we do that, we're gonna strip all the bark off of it because I'm not wasting that birch bark for nothing. Certainly not for a bench. Birch is kind of rare in these woods, so I collect it after it's dead. When I find it, so that way I can harness the bark whenever I need to, whatever. So I'm certainly gonna grab this stuff. he goes. Back to the matter at hand. So just baton it first. Stuff is completely rotten. But it's still valuable. It will light fire, and I use the inside for my coal roasting, like the Sami people do. My spoons and cookses and stuff. Could also make a stick, a thin blade, get in there. Call it a spud. That might be it. This piece is not going to come out too easy unless I go around that knot. And I can get it. That's how it's done. Grab your materials.
It's still useful.
Don't waste them. Yeah, still very useful.
Dry it up.
Gary just showed up. What up, Gary? Say hello to YouTube.
Hey YouTube. How is everyone?
Hopefully everyone's good.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
that's a shooting lane. Yep. Well, I was thinking somewhere around here, shooting that way would be the archery range. Clear all that out. It's a little narrow, but whatever. Figure it out. And I'm gonna build a tripod and have the two going forward and lay that way. Stack them 3 times, and then tie like a can or something. Have it like kind of dangling so you shoot at like a moving can or whatever. Something like that. So the archery, BB guns, and the planks, the jugs are for six shots. So we'll have those 3 going. Yeah. Yeah, should be good.
Looks like we gotta do a little work on the shelter, huh?
Yep, we do. Me and Gary spent like 8 hours one day covering that shelter. We probably put an acre of debris on it that day. We raked up this whole forest, I swear. I mean, really.
Yeah, there wasn't much left on the ground, and
Yeah.
we almost got all the way down to the old camp. So
Yeah, we did the forest for an acre. We really did. We worked hard on
there's
it.
a lot of debris that people realize it's a lot of work.
Yep. Exactly. I know it does.
There you go. There's the old bench. That's coming in. Some pins to lock it down. We'll switch it.
There it is. It'll be okay. Unless you think so, feel free to hammer some in.
Yeah.
No problem there.
I think that end's gonna snap off there.
You want to swap it with the other one, Malk?
Which one we have to see going?
Give
air.
Let's jump out.
Yep.
That's a waterlog, huh?
I hate the ones that jump out the edge in the middle of the night on the road. You run into them. God, those are the worst.
Awesome. All right, guys. I'll show you what we got here. All right, so camp's coming along. Actually, these can come in a little bit. I'll angle that. So now we have 2 on that side, 1 long in the back, and 2 on this side. Looking pretty cool. Just take the weight off this end. Slide it in.
More room at their feet. Oh, we gotta miss it.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, now it's more balanced. It's nice and even. That's looking sharp.
The old Boy Scout. Right there. I see it.
Mm-hmm.